All right, I'm just gonna bring up my channel analytics here. Let's see how that last video is doing. And holy sh! Okay, first off, to all the new subscribers here, welcome. Really appreciate you starting me on this journey. I have not been doing this channel for very long. I am still really new. I've only been doing this since November of last year, so I'm only a few months old on this channel. And I started kind of following the analytics of that last video, and all I can say was,
God damn!
and it really just kind of took me back, because this is the first time I've actually put a video out that's garnered that much attention. The amount of likes, even the dislikes, and the amount of comments that I saw, I wasn't able to keep track with all of it after a while. So I do apologize if I did not get to your comment in any way. I try to get to everyone's comments, but this was just, you know, it started happening over the Mother's Day weekend, so I got really busy too with other stuff. And so I'm just now kind of having time to make this video. So I just want to address two main things real quick, especially since for the newcomers. The first thing is, in that last video, I know some people pointed out, oh, well, Pocket Pair is not indie. Because, you know, I'm a huge indie game advocate. And yes, I'm aware of that. I really am. They were still indie in my mind, because I remember when they first came out. In fact, when I was looking some stuff up about them, I actually noticed that they were a publisher. I'll show you right here. Yeah, I found this useful piece of information I actually didn't know. So that's kind of why I like doing these videos sometimes, because then when I do my own research, I learn some things. But anyway, let me address the other elephant in the room. It was just a couple of questions that I saw about it, but I'm going to address it again. I've already addressed it once on this channel, but I'm going to do it again. And that question was, why are you using a VTuber model? Well, there's a simple answer and there's a somewhat longer answer, but it's still not as complex. The simple answer is, I like cute anime waifus. So what? That's the simple short answer. The little bit longer answer is, I was not always using a female model, actually. I started off with a male one. If you go back some videos on my channel, you'll actually see that. I did a April Fool's video, and I thought it would be kind of fun to mess with people a little bit. And I'm like, well, I'm going to switch over for one day, because originally this is what I wanted to do, but I was afraid of being judged for it. Now I've got the mindset where I just don't care if people think it's weird or not. I understand if you find it weird and off-putting. That's a completely valid feeling to have, and I'm not going to judge you for it, but this is just what I like. But anyway, I did that video, and after I started using this model, I'm like, I like it. I put some work into it. I'm going to keep it. As a matter of fact, I am working on a 2D model right now. I am learning how to rig myself. That is proving to be an interesting experience, but I really wanted to do it myself because I like trying new things. And that's really what this is all about, is me trying new things. So those are the things I mainly wanted to address. I could go into a little bit more about the video. Now, I will say, before anyone asks, yes, I'm aware of the new end user agreement Nintendo put out. Yes, I think it's some bullshit, but there's already a lot of other people talking about that, so I'm not going to get into too much difficulties. Now, the other thing I did want to address that I saw a couple of comments on, and this is the last I'm kind of really going to address this, is a lot of people brought up the legalities of the whole lawsuit, and while, yes, I understand that. I mean, I'm no lawyer, okay? I'm not going to pretend to be. But just because there's legalities around it doesn't mean I can't call out the shitty behavior when I see it. It's like, yes, I understand wanting to protect your IP, but there's a fine line between that and being an asshole. And that's just the gist of it. Anyway, I don't want to get too unfiltered on myself because, you know, YouTube and all. I do try to be upfront and honest. That's really what my whole goal here is, just to create a community and be upfront and honest. I know we've seen too much dishonesty in the VTubing community as of late, and I don't want to be part of that group. You know what I mean? I'm a dude using a female VTuber model. That's the transparency I'm going to give you guys. But all right, that's really all I have. I just wanted to make kind of a follow-up video on that, because this is also kind of a marker for a milestone for me and my channel. And again, welcome to all the new subscribers. Just to let you know, I do have a community Discord. I would love it if you jumped over there and everyone can get to know and talk with each other, and we can all talk about the things that we are very passionate about. I'm your typical nerd. I'm into video games, anime, Dungeons and Dragons. I like building computers. I like to, program things. I love techie things. When I was growing up, and especially during the area and time frame where I was growing up, a lot of these things were frowned upon, honestly, especially in my area where everyone just loves sports. But I'm really happy to have grown up to see that a lot of this stuff has become popular. But when I was growing up, if you were into these things, you were actually looked down on, at least where I grew up. But anyway, I don't want to go into a whole nother rant on this video. I got a lot of other stuff planned for you guys. Not every video I do is going to be an opinion piece, but I am going to call out unprofessionalism and shitty behavior when I see it. So that's all I got. Oh, and by the way, I do have a live stream coming up on Friday. I try to do this new thing now called Fan Service Fridays, where I pick a game with fan service and play it. This particular one, I'm trying to get some eyes on a indie developer. The game is called Tonin. I did make a previous video about it, so definitely check that out. But yeah, I'm just going to make this video kind of brief, and I'll have some more stuff for you in the upcoming days. All right, everyone. Peace out.